So if we need to now, or we can do it right after warm up, whatever you're ready, or if you're already set up from last week, that's great. So we'll just go ahead and jump right into the warm up. So again, we're going to start with those V steps. So I'm going out with my right and bringing it back in to get nice and warmed up here. Good. Keep going, maybe a little bit lower in the front. If we can. Good, we're gonna go 2 more here. Then we're gonna switch our lead leg. Great, so now I'm gonna go ahead and lead with my left and back in. Good. Keep going, about 10 more seconds of these. Good. And last one here. Good, we're gonna go ahead and move into those side steps. Good. Get our arms kind of swinging back and forth here. Starting to feel nice and warm. We can go ahead and add our arm swing across our chest. Opening up the chest and the back. Good. Keep going. Great, and 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and move right into that march. Bringing my knees nice and high. Moving our arms. Good. And we're gonna go ahead and add in some shoulder rolls. So I'm gonna roll up my shoulders near my ears and back and down. Make sure I'm continuing that march the whole time. Good. Nice big roll to get our shoulders warmed up for today. And go ahead and switch the directions of our shoulders. Good. Keep going. Keep marching. One last one here. Good. Go ahead and shake out our shoulders. We're going to go ahead and move into that hamstring curl. So again, I'm shifting my weight and I'm bringing my heel to my glute. Good. Again, just shifting back and forth and curling that hamstring in. Great, and you can add in those punches in the front if you want. Good. Curl and step. Hopefully we're feeling nice and warm now. Our muscles are. Good, and 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and shake out our arms and legs. We're gonna go ahead and move into those hamstring sweeps. So my right leg's out. I'm reaching down towards my toes. Pause for a couple seconds. Reach up and exhale. Going again. Reach down. Pause. Up and exhale. Here we go. 2 more on this side. Down. Pause. Up and exhale. Last one. Here we go. Reach down. Reach towards our toes, up and exhale. Go ahead and switch our sides. My left leg's out straight. I'm reaching down towards my toes, up and exhale. Down and hold it. Up and exhale. Here we go. 2 more on this side. Reach down, up and exhale. Last one of our warm up here. Down, reach up and exhale. Great job. Go ahead and shake it out. Grab some water if you need and grab our chair, and we're gonna move into our balance. On my chair, I'm gonna go grab my resistance band. Today I'm gonna be using my blue resistance band for our crab walk. So I'm gonna go ahead and sit in the chair to put my band on. And I'm gonna bring it up past my knees here. Once I feel the band safely on, again, if we just wanna stay seated, and we're driving our knees out away from ourselves, that's a great workout as well. But if we're feeling ready, we're gonna go ahead and stand up, and we're gonna be crab walking. Again, nice shoulder width apart. Go with our right, lead with our, follow with our left. Stay nice and low, and keep moving. Good, go back the other direction. Just have nice soft knees here. Feel a nice stable position. Go ahead and go back the other direction. Good. And back one more time. Good. And go ahead and kind of stand up straight and shake it out before we do our second round. Take a couple seconds here. And here we go. Back in that nice stable position. Lead with our right, follow with our left. Good. And back the other direction. Be feeling that right here in the side of our legs and our glutes a little bit. Going back the other direction. Great, and back one last time here. Great. Okay, go ahead and take a seat in that chair to slip off our resistance band. You can put it off to the side. And we're gonna go into our chair balance. Make sure our chair, I'm gonna go ahead and start it on my right side here. We're gonna go ahead and do that around the world on our left leg first. Which give a second for everyone to be ready. And here we go again. We're going forward, 45, 90, back 45, and all the way back. Here we go again. Forward, 45, 90, back 45, and all the way back. Here we go. Two more on this side. Forward, 45, 90, back 45, and all the way back. One more. Here we go. If you want to take your hand off the chair. 45, 90, 45, back. Awesome job. Go ahead and switch our chair to the other side. Great job. Here we go with our right now. So forward, 45, 90, back 45, and all the way back. Forward, I'm gonna take my hand off. 45, 90, back 45, all the way back. Two more on this side. Forward, 45, 90, back 45, and all the way back. Here we go, last set. And forward, 45, 90, back 45, and all the way back. Great job. Go ahead and switch our chair again. We're gonna go into those leg raises. Here we go. I'm raising nice sturdy on my right leg. I'm holding on to the chair for support. And I'm going out with my left. Again, you want to keep your toe pointed forward the entire time. Just lift your leg to as far as you are comfortable. You put your hand on your hip if you want to keep that stable. Good. Now I'm going to bring my hand off if you're comfortable. And we're going to go four more. Here we go. And 4, 3, 2, and last one. Great job. Go ahead and switch to the other side. Nice and stable on my left. And we're gonna lift on our right. Here we go. We're working. Again, keeping that toe nice and pointed forward. Be feeling that again right here on our side and our glutes. I'm gonna bring my hand off when I'm comfortable. And we're going 4 more. In 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Go ahead and switch our chair again. We're going back to our second round of Around the World. Here we go. And forward, 45, 90, back 45, and all the way back. Here we go. And forward, I want to bring my hand off. 45, 90, back 45, all the way back. 2 more on this side. Forward, 45, 90, back 45, and all the way back. Here we go, last one. Forward, 45, 90, back 45, and all the way back. Great job. Go ahead and switch our chair. We're going on our right leg now. And here we go. And forward, 45, 90, back 45, all the way back. I'm gonna bring my hand off. Forward, 45, 90, back 45, all the way back. 2 more. Here we go. And forward, 45, 90, back 45, all the way back. Last one. Here you go. Keep going. Forward, 45, 90, back 45, and all the way back. Great job. Go ahead and switch our chair again for those last 2 rounds of leg lifts. So here we go, lifting our lats. Good. Keep going. Make sure our toes pointed forward. I'm gonna bring my hand off if you're comfortable. And here we go. And 4, 3, 2, and last one. 1. Great job. Go ahead and switch again. Our last round of balance here. Lifting our right. Make sure our toes nice and pointed, nice and stable on this lead leg here. Good. I'm gonna bring my hand off. We're going for 4 more, last 4. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome job, everyone. That is our balance for today. So go ahead and grab some water if you want. We're gonna be moving into our first circuit. So still have our chair close by here. So again, our first movement is going to be that bent over row. So if I have my bands here on the door, so I will show you first. So again, if I'm pulling each band in my hand, my knees are nice and soft, I'm upright, I'm pulling the band into my rib cage, slow and controlled back. Pulling the bands into my rib cage, pinching my shoulder blades on the top, slow and controlled back. If I have my bands here, I'm pulling and straight back. That is our first movement. And our second movement is that sit to stand or banded squat. So if we're doing the sit to stand, I can have the chair right behind me. I can be crossed or in front. I'm squatting down to that chair. My butt's back and down. My chest is nice and tall. And I'm standing up. Our sit to stand, or if we want to do that banded squat, that's always an option too. So I've got my yellow band here. I'm gonna step on both ends, or excuse me, in the middle. I'm gonna pull it up. I have high elbows and I'm squatting down as far as I am comfortable. Good. Very nice. Making sure I'm keeping our chest nice and tall again on that one. And then our third movement is just that march, the march or the jog. So again, our first is our bent over row. Our second movement is the sit to stand or our banded squat, and then our march or jog. So get ready, set everything up, and we're gonna go in about 10 seconds. Here we go. Going to grab our banded bent over rows first. And here we go, we're working. Good. Nice soft knee, pulling our bands right into our rib cage here. Good. Good, we're about halfway there, keep going. Nice tall chest, we see pinching our shoulder blades at the top. Good, we have 10 more seconds here, keep going. And 3, 2, and 1, go ahead and put down those bands. We'll move into our sit to stand or our banded squats in about 10 seconds here. Good. And 3, 2, 1, and we're working. Here we go. Good. Sit to stand. Chest, make sure it's nice and tall the whole time. Great job. And we're about halfway there. If we're doing that banded squat. Again, elbows are nice and high, and we're squatting with the band. Good. 10 seconds here. Keep going. 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and put down our bands in 15 seconds. We're going into our march. Good. In about 5 seconds here. And here we go, we're marching. Getting those knees nice and high, have what we're comfortable with. Make sure we're pumping our arms here. Good. See our heart rate's going up a little bit. Feeling nice and warm by now. About halfway through the march here. Keep moving. Good. About 10 seconds left if you want to try moving into that jog. Make sure we're keeping our feet and arms moving the entire time. And go ahead and rest. Great job. We have 15 seconds before we're going back to our second round of those bent over rows. Good. Grabbing my handles here. And we're getting ready to go. And here we go. We're working. Nice soft knees. Pulling our hands to our rib cage here. And squeezing our shoulder blades at the top. This is a great movement to work on our posture. Good. Nice. We're halfway there. Keep moving. Keep rowing. Hands into the armpit. Excuse me, our rib cage. Keeping our elbows nice and close. Got 10 more seconds. Keep rowing. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and set down those bands. And we're going back to our sit-to-stand or banded squats. Good. And 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Keep working. Good. 30 seconds left. We're doing that banded squat. We're up and we're squatting. Just go as low as you are comfortable. Good. Last 10 seconds, keep going. And 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and sit on your bands. Move it into that march. In about 8 seconds here. Good, and 3, 2, and 1, and we're working on that march. Here we go. Good. Make sure our arms are pumping. See if we can get our knees a little bit higher this time on the march. Good, again. And stay nice and in line the whole time. Good. And the last 15 seconds if you want to try out that jog. Good job. Keep going. And keep marching if you're comfortable with that. You got 5 seconds. Keep working here. And rest. Great job. We're going back into our final round of this circuit. Take a few seconds, then we're going back to those bent over rows. Grab my handles here. And here we go. We're working. Soft knees, pulling our hands to our rib cage, and pinching our shoulder blades at the top. Good. Keep going. We're halfway there. Keep rowing. Keep moving. Good. 12 seconds left. Keep it up. Keep it up. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and release those handles. And we're going back to our sit-to-stand for one last time. Sit-to-stand or our banded squat. Good. And 3, 2, and 1. We're at that sit-to-stand or banded squat. Chest nice and tall, butt back and down when we sit in the chair. Nice and controlled. We're standing on the band. Make sure our elbows are nice and tall. Good. Again, we're just squatting to the depth that we are comfortable with today. About 15 seconds left. Good. 5 more seconds. Keep squatting. Then we're going into that march. And go ahead and rest. Good. We have about 10 seconds. Then we're going into our final round of the march. Keep moving here. If you want to rest, go grab some water. And here we go. Our last round of marching. Good. Keep our arms pumping, our knees moving the whole time. Good. We're about halfway there. Keep moving. Try to stick with me here. And if you want to attempt that jog in the last 15 seconds. Good. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great job, everyone. Again, if we want to grab some water, anything before our next circuit, now would be the time to do so. We're still going to have our bands at the door at the same resistance and our chair next to us. So for our first move, we're going to go into that front raise. So again, I have my bands on the door and I have each handle on each hand, and I'm raising nice in front. My arms to come up straight in front of me, or right here in that bicep curl, whatever you're comfortable with. Again, if you want to alternate between our banded front raises and our bicep curl, again, another side view. So if my door was here, I had my bands, I'd be going directly in front here, or just that bicep curl here. Great, and then I have my chair, and for my calf raises, so again, I'm going up onto my toes, using the chair for support, pushing at the top, squeezing my glutes at the top, and back down. That is our second move. And then our third cardio move, again, is that back to that side step. Great, so again, our first move is that front raise, that in with the bicep curl. Our second one is our chair calf raises, and our third one is that side step. So grab a quick water, set up, and we'll get started in about 10 seconds. Here we go. So again, grabbing our bands to start. And here we go. Go ahead and start. Front raise or that bicep curl. Make sure we're trying to keep our arms as close to our body as we can. We don't want to go out here or anything. We want to go straight ahead. If you get closer to your door, a little bit least resistance, it will be good. Or that bicep curl. Good, last 10 seconds, keep going. Good, and 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and release our bands. About 15 seconds, then we're moving into those calf raises. Good. About 5 seconds still. And 3, 2, and 1. I'm going into my calf raises here. Again, I'm going up onto my toes, shifting my weight forward. I have that chair for support. We want to try taking our hands off. And calf raising. Good. Also, if we want to try that single leg to have for support, and we can hold the chair, we're doing the single leg calf raises. Just do what you're comfortable with today. Good, again, go ahead and switch sides if you haven't already done so. Good. And 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and rest. Then we're going to go into those side steps. I'm going to try to catch our breath here. Kind of focus on our breathing on this rest period. Because in 3, 2, 1, and we're going into that side step here. Good. Keep going. Make sure, again, we're involving our arms and our legs. Again, if we're just right here stepping, or if we want to pick up the pace, this last second half. Go your pace today. Good, we got 15 seconds left. Good. 10 seconds, keep going. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great job. Take a little bit of break, and then we're going back to those front raises. And grab my bands. And 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Those front raises or bicep curls. or again, a combination of both. Keeping those elbows nice and tucked in, close to our body as we raise. Nice, slow and controlled down. Good. We're halfway there. And it's controlled here. Controlled up. We also just don't want to shoot down. We want to go up and nice and controlled down. Good. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and release our bands. We're going back to our calf raises in about 12 seconds here. Good. And 3, 2, and 1. We're going to those calf raises. Up onto our toes. Good. If I want to try to balance it out the chair, I can have my hands out in front of me for balance as well, if that helps. Good. And if we want to go back to that single leg, good job. Good. The chair for support here. And again, if you want to switch legs. Awesome job. Got 5 more seconds here. And rest. And then we're going to our side steps once again in about 10 seconds here. Again, kind of catching our breath. Focus on our breathing, on our rest. So we can kind of pick up the pace on our side steps. Here we go. And we're working. Good. And side stepping, shifting our weight from our right to our left. Getting our arms involved here. We're trying to progressively pick up the pace just a little bit. We're halfway there. Keep going. Good. Keep going. Got 10 more seconds. See if we can pick up the pace just a little bit more here. Side step back and forth. Then we're moving on to our last round of this circuit. And 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and rest. We're going back to these front raises and bicep curls in about 10 seconds here. Good, here we go. And we're working. Raising. And bicep curls is our last round of this movement. So really give it what you got. Good. Keep going. Again, remember, elbows nice and close. Slow and controlled down. We're halfway there. Good. 12 more seconds. Keep pushing. Our last 10 here. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great job. Go ahead and set the bands down, and we're going back to our calf raises here. Perfect. Good. And we are working. Good. Nice and up on our toes. Again, if we want to let go of the chair here, we can balance in front of us. Make sure we keep breathing through our calf raises. Good, and if we want to go into that single leg. Good, if you want to try our single leg without any hands either. Or right here, go ahead and switch our single leg if we're doing that. Good. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. Good job. We're going into our last 30 seconds of our side steps here for this circuit. And about 8 seconds here. So we're doing awesome so far. Here we go. And we're working. Here we go. Last round of side steps. And we only have one more circuit left in the cool down. You guys are doing great. Keep going. Sure, keep pumping our arms. Good. Awesome. And 15 more seconds. See if we can pick up the pace just a little bit. Here we go. Last 10 seconds. Really try to burn it out here on our side step. Get our arms pumping a little bit faster. Get our feet moving. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome job, everyone. So go ahead again and grab some water if you need it. We're also going to be switching our bands to our yellow. So just kind of get ready for that. Go ahead and take a second now to switch your bands. Let's switch mine here real quick. Great. Good. Put the other band off to the side. And I will explain the next movement. Perfect. Okay, so again, our moves this round are our overhead press as we're seated. Then we're going into a squat and a row, and then we're gonna end on some step jacks. So again, you want your chair as close as you up. I will show for right here for right now. If my band was connected to the door, the main thing here is I want my knuckles to be facing to the ceiling, and I want to be pressing directly overhead the entire time. So pressing directly overhead and back down. Knuckles to the side. I want to keep my elbows so they're touching my ears the entire time when I'm up straight. So if I were to face you all and I have my bands, again, my knuckles are straight up. I'm going directly overhead. My elbow's right by my ear here. So directly overhead, next to the wall. And then you're gonna have to move your chair out of the way for the next one. And you will be doing that squat in a row. So if I'm here, I'm squatting, and then I'm rowing right here, pulling the band into my rib cage, squeezing my shoulder blades. And if you just want to row and not do the squat, that's perfectly fine too. And then again, our last movement is that side jack here. Perfect. So our overhead press, our squat with a row, and our side jack. So go ahead and take a couple seconds and we'll get started on our third circuit.
On the overhead press, are we supposed to be using the heavier band, or were you just using that to demonstrate?
No, I was just using demonstrate. I'm using the yellow band. So you can use the yellow band if you would like to for the overhead, yes. Okay. It's a little bit trickier of a movement to go overhead. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I will just use just the blue band just to do my overhead press so you guys can see from this angle, and then I'll go back to my yellow band for the squats, just so it's a little bit easier to see in this setup here. So we all feeling good? We're about to start here in about 5 seconds. Awesome. So go ahead and get your chair up to that wall. And here we go. Overhead press. Again, our knuckles are right here, pressing directly overhead and back down. Good. Keep going. Our arms straight above. Our elbows should be at our ears. Good job. We're halfway through. Keep working. Nice. About 10 seconds here. Straight overhead. Good. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and release our bands and move that chair out of the way from the wall so you can do your squat to row. So about 10 seconds here. Grab your bands for the squat to row. And here we go. Squatting and rowing back. Squat and row back. Again, we want our hands to our ribs, nice tall chest, and squeezing our shoulder blades at the top. Good. You're about halfway there. Keep going. Perfect. Good job. Our last 10 seconds. Keep pushing. Good. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and set your bands down, and we're going to that side jack in about 10 seconds here. Good. Again, taking a little bit to decrease our breathing. Take a couple big breaths here. And here we go. We're going into our side back. Good. And again, if you don't feel comfortable going overhead, we can just be right here. Good. Perfect. The thing is, you gotta keep moving. So again, if we're overhead. Nice, 15 seconds left. Keep going. And 10 more seconds. Good. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome job. Go ahead and move our chair back to our shoulder press area. We got 5 more seconds here before we start. And here we go. Again, knuckles to the ceiling, palms are facing each other. We're going directly overhead. And again, if we do not want to go overhead, we can just go straight out with our band and bring it back. So it's whatever you're comfortable with. Awesome job. We're halfway there. Keep moving. Good. Make sure, again, we're breathing through this entire movement and we're slow and controlled on the way down. So we're pressing, slow and controlled. Pressing, slow and controlled. Here we go. Last rep. And rest. Great job. Go ahead and move your chair out of the way for our row and squat. Go ahead and grab our handles. Great job. And here we go. We're squatting with that row. Good. Again, nice soft knees here on the squat. Chest nice and tall. Rowing through our rib cage and pinching our shoulder blades at the top. Great job. Good, we're about halfway there. Keep moving. Good. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Had a little bit of a break. Then we're going to our second set of the side jack. Good. And in about 5 seconds here. 3, 2, and 1. And we're side jacking. Good. So we're getting our arms involved, stepping with our legs. If you feel comfortable and you want to attempt that jumping jack, that's great. But if not, we're right here with you. Good. Again, if you want to do here, just do what you're comfortable with. You just got to keep moving. Good. You have 10 more seconds to just hold on here and keep going. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. Awesome job. Go ahead and bring your chair back to that last round of overhead presses. Good. Then here we go. And 3, 2, and 1. We're pressing overhead. Good. Knuckles to the ceiling, driving our palms to the ceiling, and slow and control down, and back up, and slow and control down. Good. Slow and control. We got 10 seconds here. Keep moving. Good. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Set your bands down and move that chair out of the way. Good. And we're going into our last round of our squat to row. Great job. Here we go. Squat and row. Again, nice and soft knees. Rowing to our rib cage and pinching our shoulder blades at the top. Make sure our chest is nice and tall. Good. Awesome job. We're halfway there. Keep going. It's our last round of these. Keep growing. And again, if you just want to row right here for our last 10 seconds, or if you're doing the squat and the row. Good. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Amazing job. And we have about 10 seconds, and we're going into our last round of step jacks, and we're moving into our cool down. All right, here we go. Our last 40 seconds of cardio for the movement and for our session. So here we go. Make it your best one. Good. Keep going. See if we can pick up the speed. We've got 25 seconds left. Really try to burn it out here. Got 20 more seconds. Good. In 15. Here we go. All right, here we go. Last 10. So you can pick up the speed just a little bit. All right, last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome job, everyone. Go ahead and take some water or grab anything, and we're gonna go ahead and start moving into our cool down. So for our first move of our cool down, again, we're gonna move into that chest stretch. So after you take a couple of big deep breaths and kind of transition into that, we're gonna go ahead and be in that split stance. I'm gonna have one arm on the wall, and I'm gonna dive forward with my shoulder and at the wall. Good, so again, some nice deep breaths here. Kind of try to slow down our breathing, moving into our cool down from our 3 circuits today. Good. So if we can drive our shoulder just a little bit closer to the wall. Good. About 10 more seconds here, and then we're gonna go ahead and switch sides. Good, and 3, 2, and 1. I'm gonna go ahead and switch walls so you guys can still see me. So my right arm is on the wall, and I'm stretching out all of my chest here, and my bicep area on the wall. Good, we're gonna be here for about 15 seconds. Keep going, again, breathing. Hopefully our heart rate's starting to come down just a little bit. And 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and kind of shake out our arms. We're gonna go ahead and go into that overhead lat stretch and calf stretch on the door or your wall. So I'm having both arms above my head. I'm going back with my right leg. I want my back heel to be firmly planted on the ground. And again, I'm just diving my head through that opening of my arm. So you should be feeling this stretch on our lats and our upper back, and then that back calf leg is out. Good. Breathe in. About 10 more seconds on the side, then we'll go ahead and switch our legs. Good. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and switch legs. Back with my left, firmly put it on the ground. And I'm trying to go a little bit deeper with my head this time, through the opening of my arms to feel that back stretch. You should feel all in your shoulders a little bit too. This is great if you've been sitting, or just need to give your back just a little bit of a rest. Good. Some big deep breaths here. We're gonna be here for about 10 more seconds. Good. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome job. Go ahead and grab your chair back. We're gonna go into that standing hip flexor stretch. So I'm forward with my right, and I'm pushing through my front knee, and I should be feeling all the way through here through my hip flexor. Good. And the chair is here for support, or if you're good right here. Some big breaths here, and release. Good. We're right here for 10 more seconds. Good. And 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and switch our legs. Good. Driving forward on this other opposite knee now, and we're feeling it in our right hip flexor if your left knee is forward. Good. Try to go just a little bit deeper into the hip flexor stretch. We have one more stretch after this, then you guys will have completed all of the sessions and workouts with me. Good, and 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and flip our chair to the front. We're gonna be in that seated hamstring stretch. So I'm nice and seated. My right leg is out and I'm reaching down towards my toes as close as I can get. Hopefully maybe our flexibility has increased a little bit throughout the week as well. Reaching down. Good. We're gonna hold it here for about 10 more seconds. If you can pull up on that toe, get a little more calf stretch in as well, that's great. And 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and switch to our other leg. Reach for our toe on our left, feeling this in our hamstring, all the way down on our back of our leg and posterior chain. Good. Hold this for about 15 seconds. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And here we go. We'll just end on 2 big breaths here, and then we'll be moving on and finish with our last workout. So here we go. So big breath in. Exhale out. Exhale out. And that includes our workout for today. Thank you all so much for joining me these past 8 weeks. I've had a blast with you all.